Valerie and I have been theorizing that you would be the type of customer to buy Clamato juice from Walmart.
I have bought Clamato juice before, but not from Walmart, and I haven't bought it in a while because clam and tomatoes.
Oh, what? What is that for?
Kind of vile.
What do they sell that for?
Bloody Marys.
People want clam juice in their alcohol.
I guess
You never saw the fucking Michelada beers in the Quickstar cold cooler?
Yeah, they have fucking clam juice,
clam juice, tomato
clam
juice, and beer, and that's what Mexicans drink.
I mean, I know Rusty's a Floridian freak who loves clams, but for that to be so common is mind baffling.
They sell Clamato here in the grocery stores and Walmart. I don't know if it's elsewhere in the country, but we are in the Clamato territory.
Wisconsin for sure is, but they're the most alcoholic state in the entire country, so they got everything.
Is GTA 6 taking place in your neck of the woods, Rusty? Are they going to have Clemento juice in the game?
Is Clemento something Florida-based?
I don't know.
Or is this the riveting conversation?
There's a lot of shellfish in Florida, so there will probably be some sort of reference to oysters in GTA 6. I'm predicting that right now.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do like a prediction before it comes out to see what all actually shows up.
Okay, here we go. According to AI Overview, which we all know is extremely trustworthy.
So this is what a Redditor posted a month ago. Let's hear it.
I'll even look. It's actually from a YouTube video description in burfud.com, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway,
Burfa.
Clamato, a blend of tomato and clam juice, originated in Mexico at the Acueducto Bar Hotel Lucerna in Mexicali, Baja California, a hangover cure that became popular due to the unique flavor of clam broth.
That's why Rusty loves it. Hangover cure, mixed right into his alcohol.
Yeah, right. They call it a hangover cure because of its unique flavor.
Because it makes you throw up and it gets the alcohol out.
It's just food. It's supposed to be like you're eating clams and drinking tomatoes.
Here's my prediction for GTA 6.
Here.
Yeah.
A prediction and question. Obviously, prediction, they're going to have some sort of gators in the wild that can kill you in vicious ways. That will be a lot of fun. Can you shoot the gators to death? That's my question. I think
yes, you should be able to.
Yeah.
They have that in Red Dead.
Yeah, it's already in Red Dead.
Okay.
There's like a Louisiana, kind of Florida Gulf area that, yeah, you can definitely. If they don't do that, and that's also Rockstar, then they're failing.
Okay, I did not know that. It's in Red Dead.
They already did the work. They just got to like copy and paste it, and they'll have it.
You guys have any predictions worth putting out there?
I'm saving the best predictions for the eventual Rusty Cage Show episode, but I do suspect that there will be some kind of NASCAR related track that you'll be able to race cars in its own racing minigame.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because there are not one but two NASCAR tracks in the state of Florida, one next to Miami, which the Vice City is supposed to be based on, and Daytona to the north, which is one of the most famous tracks in America. I suspect that will be included in the game and possibly play into the story somehow.
Now we're not recording at the moment, right?
Oh, I am.
Oh, the show's already started.
Hey, technically it could have.
I was not ready. I had no idea. Sure, I guess in the sake of predictions, I think GTA 6 is going to I think it's going to be the first video game that has to fully utilize the wrangled in and CIA controlled AI, and as it pertains to like NPCs and graphics and whatnot. There's going to be in-game currencies that can be used outside of the game thoroughly. Is this game going to be good, or is it going to be spying on you? Is it going to be subscription based? I wonder.
They're trying to sell it for $100. Yeah. That's supposedly the rumor.
That's fine if they do that, but it better just be a fucking video game and not something that like scans your entire house.
Well, GTA Online has already been like one of the most profitable things in the entire gaming industry. So they're definitely going to put that and the GTA currency, whatever they use.
Rusty, why would the game want to scan your house? I don't know. Just like what's the rationale there?
Well, I mean, with the Samsung TVs and whatnot, how they were the Samsung TVs were scanning people's house and recording them. But through Wi-Fi, you can get a map of where everyone is, what the rooms in a specific structure are, just by kind of echo vision, the same thing that bats and dolphins use. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of weird clause in there, because this is the first time that a major video game that I know of has come out while this new technology is coming out, like a lot more spyware and surveillanceware, and also AI. And this, I forget the budget on GTA 6, but it's several billions of dollars, like $200 billion.
200
That
billion?
can't be true.
I don't think
Can you look that up?
200.
Hasn't this game been in development for like several years before AI was really a part of the conversation, though?
Yeah, but things were changing quick, and I think that's why they probably had it in development a lot longer, besides just getting the graphics right and all the radio stations figured out.
I'm going to guess the budget is $1.5 billion.
Can we look this up?
Because
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
the GTA 5 thus far has grossed $8 billion. So there's no way they could
So
justify
200
spending...
billion might be a little bit much. Probably
No.
won't make a profit on that.
All right. Well, how much money did ChatGPT make? How much money did OpenAI make?
Negative 500 billion.
Right. So how did they get a $500 billion contract? It's not about how much money it pulls in. It's about what it's able to reap and the information it can scan, because that's the most valuable
So
stuff.
do you think if I go to South Beach in the game and beat up enough women and knock them out,
We're doing that, dude. I can't
they're
wait.
going to like send a police warrant after me for like fake Minority Report violence in video games?
Didn't they try to do that in some other video game in the past? I was never a video game guy. I wasn't a part of the whole Gamergate shit, but wasn't there in some countries, if you said something vile over chat, that's one thing, they would get you for being racist. But in
Probably
the
the
GTA
UK.
world, I'm just saying, eventually there's going to be a point in time where you can't just go to South Beach and beat the shit out of a very specific race and gender of person.
But
i.e.
that's the
black
double-edged
women.
sword of forcing all the DEI into stuff, is that you have to put minorities in these video games for Eggy to go exclusively kill.
Well, it's also the thing about Florida is they don't, if they want to make it accurate.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Puerto Ricans
I
or
went to-
something?
I went to South Beach 4 years
No.
ago. It was not the Boreal Forest as many angry white nationalist gamers would prefer to have in their GTA game.
It wasn't the planet of Niflheim for Mickey 17, or maybe it was. There was a lot of animals everywhere. Anyways, I just wanted to say this. So according to a unconfirmed leak posted on Reddit, which has been sourced a lot apparently, Grand Theft Auto 6 reportedly had a budget exceeding $2 billion. So that probably is the most expensive game of all time.
So Rusty got the two
but-
right.
Yeah, I was
in the
off
billions.
by a fold of 00, which is pretty accurate if you ask me.
I will just mention that I don't think this was ever confirmed by Rockstar, so this is still just based off of an internal Reddit leak, allegedly from some point. But it is still being quoted constantly, so I think that is the number that's out there. It's probably accurate. In fact, it could even be more, because if that was leaked a year ago, they could have ran into something that required some more. But I think that you make a good point that, yes, they need to recoup an $100 price tag when they've made unbelievable mountains of gold worth of money off of selling fake digital money in GTA 5 online. I have to imagine that they're going to continue to do that. Like, there's really no reason why they would stop doing that, because GTA 5 online, the whole entire game is really based about. I mean, I think you could probably make some of that money in the game, but that's the huge thing. Like the Shark Coin or whatever they sell, you could buy the packages even right off the Steam store and add it right to your account. But the microtransactions to buy the mansions in these GTA 5 online servers, to buy the best cars and the best guns and all this stuff, was a huge profitability point, a huge revenue source as far as Rockstar is concerned. So I don't know.
Also, if you're just thinking about inflation alone, what did they sell GTA 5 for? Wasn't that $60 to
That was like
$70?
$60.
Yeah, so $60, and that was that was over a decade ago.
Oh, Rusty, don't bring this up. Gamers take this very seriously.
What, inflation?
Where games must stay
They
at
must pay
$60 no matter what.
What were they before $60? What was $60 what they sold them for on Nintendo 64?
Yeah, I think like Mario 64
I thought
came
that was
out for like
$40.
$70.
I remember Nintendo DS
retail.
games being 40.
Okay, so then right, so the games are technically cheaper than they were based on the purchasing power of the dollar now versus 20 years ago. However, they're getting much more profit out. So
yeah, the games are meant to not be sold as a finished product. You have to pay for additional content after the game comes out, and usually that results in people paying for like hundreds of dollars on one game on average, where previously they would only make the single point of purchase sale, and that's all the revenue they make out of the game.
a loss leader. So the game is the loss leader, but what they gain from it is all the data that they're probably going to be collecting from all the users.
This user prefers punching obese women. This user prefers punching Latina women.
Well, this is why I only play real games with no DLC content, like Binding of Isaac, Poor Mouse, Ball Frog. Like, it's your guys' fault for playing fucking Fortnite and this shit. Like, dude, play a real game.
I was watching some YouTube video. There's like some science girl who complains about, I guess, the science industry, and she was just, I guess, rambling about some topic, and then she's like, "Oh, you know what? Just to help me focus better, I'm going to put on a game." And she started playing Binding of Isaac, and it made me legitimately pissed off because I was like more money in Florian's pocket. I was like, God damn it.
Is Florian still alive?
Escape. Yeah, I mean, he's dead to us, unfortunately. I mean, I'd love to have him back. I invited him to be on our Megalopolis episode, and he said no. So straight up rejected.
Wait. Did you actually have a falling out with Florian?
Yeah, I mean, the final straw for him was that our dear friend Heartsy, who we adore, committed suicide. I'm not kidding. And he wrote a suicide note and posted it on Twitter. And me and Eggy, I do a show called the Depression Chamber where we read such things. And very respectfully, me and Eggy read Heartsy's suicide note while he was recovering in the hospital. And Florian said, "Oh, that is the final straw. I cannot be associated with these people." And he cold turkey quit all my shows.
He kind of went the same route as, not to just bring up old shit, but the same way that YouTube tried to, and did successfully take all your stuff down for reading word for word
what somebody else wrote. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, that's just accurate, but they're like, no, somehow this is mocking it or making fun of it. And I mean, because he was alive,
there's no
right?
way me and Eggy would mock our dear friend Heartsy. And Heartsy's back. He's been on like 5 podcasts since then. So Heartsy didn't care. Florian was offended on his behalf.
That's great, Florian.
Yeah.
What a strong-willed moral person.
Here, that might be kind of relevant, but the largest channel I ever had that got taken down, it was banned for terrorism because I listened to Alvin and the Chipmunks' Isis Nasheed on YouTube.
That's a good song.
The video, I think it is down now, but the video had been up for like 5 years, and so I'm dancing to it, and all of a sudden, yeah, just my 15,000 subscribers or whatever I had, my peak, my pinnacle. I was making like $500 a stream.
That's Rusty Cage show numbers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting up there now. We have to do another live soon.
Well, speaking of which, EmpLemon, I did want to ask you, have you finished editing the boxing match between me and Rusty? Because people...
I knew that was going to come up.
They've been waiting for that.
Funny thing about that, the tapes for that are actually lost at sea right now. I trusted they say never trust a fisherman, but I thought this guy would be the right person for the job to finally decouple and defragment the VHS tapes. It was like this additional service he was offering up on Craigslist, and those tapes are thousands of miles away in the Pacific right now.
If I'm not mistaken,
I've lost contact with Captain Fisher right there.
If I'm not mistaken,
that's his name.
The same Captain Fisher.
Ironic name, I know.
It's the same guy who was supposed to deliver Osama bin Laden's body over to America after the assassination.
Oh, I thought he dumped that in the sea on purpose to respect the greatest terrorist of all time. That's what the excuse
Mumkey, you know how they
gave.
package all these things together? It's whenever you're doing, like, the airline industry is the biggest customer of USPS. So when you're getting overseas international mail, sometimes things are just boxed in together based on the nature of the content.
Much like we were boxed in the ring when we were fighting each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Mumkey. Whenever
so is the plan to do like
a results?
Because now nobody's gonna know who won. Do we have to do a rematch, or are we just gonna wait for these tapes to show up on the shore?
This is the thing. I'm worried about getting CRT as a mid 30-year-old who doesn't fight. Is it CRT?
CTE.
CTE. What's CRT?
We have a CRT right
here.
Yeah,
it's a TV.
right
Yeah,
next to you.
TVs.
What are you trying not to get?
I'm trying not to get my fucking brain rattled around on accident.
Seems like you already have it.
Yeah, you know you're fighting me, right? Who's gonna rattle a brain?
Yeah, I'll just trip you. I don't know.
You should fight Anissa.
Probably time lapse.
I think Anissa could take him.
Anissa already wants to beat you up.
Creator Clash 3, they need people. They can't sell enough tickets, so you better get over there.
Are y'all guys? Do any of you have any intrigue in going to Creator Clash 3? We're gonna go.
Are you fucking kidding?
I don't know. I mean, how's your house?
I'm not going to the venue. I'm not giving them my money, especially when they're just lying about this going to charity now, even though they're just pocketing the money and they're including charity as an optional donation.
All right, a little bit. I want to see things fall apart. I get the appeal of not going and not showing support, but there is an intrigue of mine to always go to shit shows. I love going to them. I want to see if this is terrible. If it's terrible, that's funny. If it's really good, then all right, that's kind of interesting.
If we could sneak in without paying, that would probably be the best solution.
I think Krusty would have to sneak in because I think Sam Hyde is to iDubbbz what you are to Anissa, and I think they would spend six figures to keep you out.
Threat.
I think she has like a personal grudge against you.
That is weird. That actually is quite weird that Anissa for some reason has a grudge against me, because I've interacted with her twice in my entire life, and one of them was antagonistic on her part, which is odd.
Well deserved, I believe.
Tweet? Oh yeah, sure.
All you did was take a picture of a sign that I created, by the way.
The beans are getting spilled.
But it's like the case of don't shoot the messenger. You were just the messenger, and she put all the rage on you.
All I did was take a picture of what I saw.
That was publicly viewable.
I posted it on Twitter and I said, "Uh-oh." And then she goes, "That's really not cool." Fucking what wasn't cool? Are we allowed to say a cunt or dyke or anything like
You're
that?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't ever say something like that.
This green motherfucker, EmpLemon, I like to call him EmpLime. Pause for applause. Pause for laughter. He made a sign. He revealed he made the sign. He's as bad as Rusty Spoon. Is that coming out tomorrow?
Probably not. I think that they are just going to be so busy that they're not going to care about some weird old beef.
Hope.
I'm not sure what they're doing. Is their podcast over? Because I do want to continue to check out the new episodes.
No, they're still making new episodes. I've just been watching the Kino Casino recaps of the fucking iDubbbz show. That they review the iDubbbz episode that comes out each week, and they get 10 times more views than the actual original source material.
Getting King Cobra.
It's a pretty sad situation to see iDubbbz star fall off that much, but I don't know, what can I say? Maybe just treat people a little better and you'll avoid pissing off 95% of your existing audience.
No, there's something really weird about these podcasts, and I was trying to send Emp some of this stuff the other night. Do you guys know who Brett Geldman is? Gelman?
No.
That's the guy who was from Adult Swim, right?
He was on Adult Swim, and then he later played a kind of reoccurring role in Stranger Things, I think season 2. But he was instrumental in getting...
The bald guy?
No, he's... Look up Brett Gelman. I mean, I know you're not going to be editing this, but he's kind of like a bigger dude with like curly, shoulder length-ish hair that's usually pulled back, maybe facial hair, but he's got a podcast with his wife, and it's just as awkward, and it gets 0 views. It gets no views. It gets like 15 views, and they're on they've done several episodes. I have no idea why they're doing this. This seems like they're just getting some sort of deal to do these podcasts. Like, why is Anissa and iDubbbz doing their podcast? No one seems to like it.
Well, they think they're going to make a bunch of money like their former friend Ethan Klein.
I think they signed a contract.
And they just, they're just not compelling or charismatic.
No, it's not just you. They got a weird thumbs up bubble floating and they're all frozen up.
What the fuck is it?
Yeah, your camera's all fucked up.
Dude, what's going on?
Rusty installed software to beg for likes.
That's the software he was talking about that steals your data?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
He's back. Cage Tech at its finest.
I'm starting to think Discord is just a pretty piece of shit software. Like, even when I'm not streaming, when I'm just trying to play video games with my friends, all of a sudden they can't hear me, even though my microphone works on literally every other single app on my computer. They inexplicably can't hear me because it's going through Discord.
How do I make it so I can see them?
If you can hear us, it's probably good enough.
All right.
Just imagine what they would look like while talking.
I'm done with the iDubbbz drama. You guys want to talk about some real drama?
No.
Yeah, let's do it.
Rusty, I know you're a big fan of the Impractical Jokers. We've talked about this for about a decade now.
Oh, did Joe Gatto die?
Well, kind of. I mean, he probably wishes he was dead. He checked himself into an inpatient facility 6 hours ago.
For what?
Well, he's getting canceled right now because I guess he had sex with a 19-year-old fan who was drunk, and then she went on TikTok and said, oh, woe is me. Oh, I had sex with the ugliest guy on Impractical Jokers when I was only 19. Now he's canceled. His wife's divorcing him again.
Oh, okay. So this was an act of infidelity.
Yeah. No, he's completely stone cold sober for life. So they're saying the sober 58-year-old man hooking up with a drunk 19-year-old.
All right. Do we know what this person looks like? Can you post this in the chat? I need to see how fucking dirt ugly someone who wants to fuck Joe Gatto
is Eggy on the case?
Jokers is.
Rusty, when this is a supermodel, what are you gonna say? Are you gonna say, "Oh, that was Joe Gatto is literally Chad"? And
those Impractical Jokers guys, they can pull.
Which one?
They got huge exposure.
Which was the one that retweeted me?
Was that Q? Or maybe it was Joe.
It might have been Joe. If that was him, then I take back what I'm saying.
Well, the question is, though, whose side are we on here? Because people think that what he did was wrong, but in my mind, she's of age. And
she's it's a woman named Juicy B. I think I've heard about these people, and they might sometimes try to take people down. Her TikTok is at Jews. All right, let me see if we get a picture here. I don't know why is it? Okay, here we go. The story itself. Okay, I mean, she's looking pretty decent right here. I ain't gonna lie. Here's the TikTok in all of its glory. The one that took a man down. Hold on.
And I will not be editing this into the podcast, so...
You won't be?
Fuck no, I'm not giving this woman any exposure. Taking down my hero?
I'm just curious if this will play then.
Her username is literally at Jews. That's
the
crazy.
number one comment on the TikTok with 47,000 likes.
Honey
I don't
pot?
see anything wrong in his texts.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what did he say in his text? Wait, so why are we even talking about this? Why'd you bring this up?
The man his life is over, and I don't think it's justified. Rusty, do you think he did anything wrong sleeping with a 19-year-old drunk fan?
No, because I imagine he was drunk too.
No, he was sober.
How would they know that?
Because he's never drank in his life. That's part of his thing. I listen to his podcast.
That's what fucking says.
Yeah, that's what I say.
That's what you say, but is that even true?
He's drinking water right now.
Well, Cold One sent me their new grog beer sample, but I can't even drink it. So,
why didn't they send it to me? These fucking assholes.
You must have fallen off from Max Mofo's radar.
I bring it up because I recall, I think it was the finale of State of the YouTube. We may or may not have defended Drake Bell, and look, history proved we were right. He was framed. He was raped as a child. And now he's back.
No. We're not. We didn't defend Drake Bell.
Back in the day, we did, and the magic of our show proved that he was innocent.
Rusty
And
Nail fucking
now
hates
today
Drake
we are
Bell.
doing the same meme magic for Joe Gatto, saying he did nothing wrong, and hopefully 8 years from now we'll be doing our third incarnation of this show, and we could say, hey, Joe's back.
Drake Bell, this was the biggest fucking con that just proves how short people's memories are when it comes to these things. Everyone didn't like Drake Bell because he had preyed and groomed like what, a 14-year-old girl?
No, that's
years?
Totally not.
He's got a history of being an abuser. He's got a history of being an abuser. This is true, and I know it's actually from things off the internet that I can't say, but I happen to know people that have dated Drake Bell 15 years ago, and it's not solid. He doesn't have
years ago, what, he would have been 18? Who cares?
I think. Well, how old is he? He's got to be like 38 years old or something at this point. And so, what does he do? He grooms a child. He has sex with her. He gets all these accusations.
I don't even know if they had sex.
Well, whatever. You're right. I don't really know that either. But just to come back from this and be like, oh, and then Nickelodeon. It was actually Dan Schneider the entire time.
Did you watch Quiet on Set?
Didn't he say that Dan Schneider got him to come over his house and like fucking get his dick sucked by not Dan Schneider, sorry,
Brian
Eggy.
Peck?
Who is this?
Brian Peck.
And then doesn't another guy have like the last name Foot or some shit? Also, having the last name Peck is pretty interesting. Because that's
Josh Peck's uncle.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a little bit.
It's a rough situation for Drake Bell.
Well,
unfortunately,
like 3 days ago, Josh has his own podcast, and Drake was a guest on it, and I listened to it this morning, and I was almost moved to tears, and I'm being serious. It was like they said it was the first time they sat down and actually talked to each other, and it's caught on camera, other than they had like a quick lunch last week. And the things they talked about and realizing, like when they were friends on Amanda's show and all that, they bonded very quickly because they were both very much into comedy duos like Abbott and Costello. And then that's kind of what they became. Yeah. But then right before they start shooting the pilot of their own show together, Drake gets all molested and raped by Brian Peck on the set. And none of this is ever explained to Josh. So suddenly on the set of Drake and Josh, Drake is very distant and cold, and everybody's giving him special attention, and Josh does not know why. Josh is like the fat, schlubby one, so he feels insecure. And that Drake's like,
no one actually asked me to come over to their house and sleep in the same bed with them.
Yeah. So they're realizing now, like, they stopped being friends for all those years for no reason, and it's just because they were 14, and there was this misunderstanding of this horrible thing happened to Drake. And seeing them like rekindle their friendship live on the podcast was so good.
You remember the podcast that we did with Anxiety Wars back in the day? This was like an early pedo hunter on YouTube.
Yeah, do you still watch him?
Well, he has to put everything behind a paywall now. So
but he puts up previews and stuff.
Yeah, I guess I haven't seen anything in a while, but I remember his point was he was very strong against the idea that you can give any sort of leniency to an adult who might have the same characteristics of the like predatory nature that they were victims to in their youth. And so to feel bad for them is one thing, but then for them to recreate the same situations on others is abhorrent.
I don't think we know the specifics. I'm pretty sure the situation was he met a girl in a club who had a fake ID, and that's how she was even in the club. In my opinion,
hey, listen, I don't
if
know.
you meet someone in a 21 plus club, that's on the bouncer. That's not on you.
Rusty thinks the whole documentary is just a giant scam job by Drake to get back in everyone's good graces.
And you guys are frozen with a thumbs up again, so maybe there's like
doing this.
Is there a trigger word, like when we say like rape? Does it like make a thumbs up?
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
It's like some animated stupid filter.
Yeah, so you can see these little bubbles.
It's all like antsy. You guys are frozen. It looks like Em's jerking his cock.
Are one of
you?
That's
that's rather unfortunate on the timing there.
All right, what did I do just a second ago?
I'm jerking it and giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, while thinking about thumbs up.
Oh boy!
Just want to clarify for the viewers: this motion and emoticon has nothing to do with the previous discussion matter. It's a technical difficulty. Okay.
Yeah. So to summarize, Joe Gatto innocent, right, folks? And if I'm gonna play Gatto's advocate here, in my mind, she's underage drinking, Maybe he's under the impression she is a stone cold, sober, straight edge, just like him. He has no reason to believe this of age for sex woman would be participating in underage drinking. How's he to know? And he doesn't drink himself. Maybe he doesn't know what it smells like. How's he going to smell it on her breath? I'm just saying, he might be legitimately completely innocent. Are you guys back yet?
I mean, if you're saying
you
Joe
guys can't
Gatto's
fix your
innocent,
screen.
what's it doing right now?
It's just frozen.
It's still frozen.
Yeah.
You know how annoying this is? I mean, this is something you can't account. Are one of you doing this? Are you
No!
liking it?
How the fuck would we be doing this?
I don't know. I feel like you're always trying to sabotage me somehow.
Discord's trying to make us play Gardic phone instead of actually showing our fucking video.
Yeah, last time when you turned back to your Discord profile avatar or whatever, and then came back on, then you guys got fixed. That's what fixed it last time.
Yeah, I just keep leaving and coming back. Swap that camera back on.
We'll just, there
yeah,
you go.
Oh, beautiful.
This is good to know for whenever a professional show that we're going to eventually be running and having to do interviews through Discord. We have to get all the kinks worked out.
Let's see, is it gesture generated? Alexa, spawn a thumb thought
That's what it
bubble on
was.
me
You
and
put your
freeze the
hand
video.
too close to your dick. It looked like you were doing a thumbs up.
It's the defensive freeze, so it doesn't show anymore.
So when are we calling into the Rusty Cage show?
I mean, I guess now the biggest problem is just my Mac computer's integration with Discord. But if I get Zoom figured out, and if you can get good video results and audio results through Zoom, I'm definitely going to use that because Discord is very finicky.
Are you guys ready to become Zoomers?
We do it with Low Res Wonder Bread because that's his poison of choice. So I think they all kind of suck to some degree.
It seems like it's more streamlined. It doesn't have all this stupid gamer shit baked into it where they're trying to make me play Among Us while in a video call.
It's called
So are y'all living
socializing.
in the same house?
Yeah, Eggy's in my closet right now, right next to me. It's really
Well, I feel like the
soundproofed
last
out.
time. First off, we need to settle this because I don't know. I personally don't think that Mumkey likes me, and I think Eggy's he's running cover for him.
So let's actually talk something out, Rusty, because when we had a phone call at the end of my recent live stream of the Depression Chamber, I called you up, and we did clarify a miscommunication. I thought you faked your suicide for clout and attention, but no, you clarified it was real, and we didn't really get to dive into that, so maybe for some therapy, I would like to know, why did you take your own life? Because you have friends here who really care about you.
Oh, so this should have been on the Depression Chamber.
Yeah.
Well, you can take your life for a lot of reasons. You can take your life because you're aging out of you're going through twink death. You
so not relatable for you.
Are financially unstable. Oh, I thank you, Mumkey. I appreciate that. I mean, we all kind of we're all in our otter stage, I'm sure. Hopefully,
I got 6-pack
Most of
abs
us.
right now. Pokemon Go's got me set.
I'm more like in the
fucking way.
water stage.
All right. So why did I kill myself?
Yeah, kind of a big question to ask somebody. Usually
Well, when
people
you have
don't
a
get
lot
to
of-
ask.
A lot of finances that are riding on you that other people can benefit from, and you just get the calls every single day, and it never ends. The text messages, realizing that you thought you were going to be somewhere else at this point in your life, and instead of making progress forward and upwards, you find that it's already been stagnating in a straight line, and you hope that it might just stay at a plateau. That would be at least livable. But when you realize that plateau is slowly declining by a small percentage that you can't quite perceive at first, but once you stop tricking yourself and once you sober up a little bit, you say, wow, all my best ideas are creating a worse situation than I was already in. The more work and the more creative and the more happy I feel putting out content, the worst I do. So what do you do? What do you stay alive and
Knife
keep trying
game?
ideas?
More Knife Game songs.
Go back to Knife Game? Kill me.
I understand now. If it was more Knife Game or suicide, the guillotine now makes sense.
And also, when you think about what's a good ending, I mean, how should have it ended? It was all leading up to that. Everyone was asking for it, and you know me, Mumkey, I'm a crowd pleaser. I can't like trust in my own creative ability to say I know I'm doing something good. I have to wait for people to tell me that it's good. So when everyone in the comments over the course of 2 years are saying he's going to kill himself, that'd be great. I go, okay, well, maybe they have a point. Well, a lot of things kind of all came to head. It's the 5 fingers that one is every reason, and whenever they all come together, it makes the fist that drops the blade on the head.
If only you had some method to sing a song and chop those fingers right off.
Well, the guillotine's like a big knife, and your neck is kind of like a giant finger.
Yeah, so I just made a mistake.
It was just like the single knife game song.
The guillotine drop on beats. Did you ever think about this? I just watched this extremely good film called Elmo and Grouchland, where they're in the laundromat and they're like banging on the washing machines, like, and they're like da 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 da. Maybe you could sample the guillotine drop for that.
Yeah,
I mean, I did actually try to record the guillotine drop earlier on from a bunch of different microphone angles all around, but it just sounded like shit. The best angles.
Just dub in something that sounds like it and just have the footage of it dropping.
So you're saying I do this again?
If you have the footage already, yeah, just dub over it and just edit it to be in line with the beat. Green screen yourself over it. When the problems just don't stop, there's something that I need to chop.
My head off.
Well, is a guillotine more of a suicide instrument or a revolution instrument? Because I think that was more the theme of your videos, which is why I think the ending was, well, if we can't do the revolution, based on all these reasons why society's bad, I guess I've got to go.
Mumkey, you want to know what really fucking happened?
Yes,
I do. It's the HOA. It's just, listen, I got doxxed. They doxed my address. They sent police to my house.
This was after the fake suicide.
It was during the real suicide, as I've been told. Luckily for the good people like Cage Tech, who do have the technology to bring someone, out of their internal peaceful sleep and back into the realm of being on TRASHRATS after.
That's right.
Is this TRASHRATS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so nothing has changed, really.
Yeah, except that it's 3 years later and
I did try to get Reactor.
Thousands of views less.
Reactor did not show up. I'm glad
he's busy.
We do have somebody here to have conspiracy theories that GTA 6 is going to scan your whole house. So it's almost like he's not missing.
Well, they already had that on Xbox Connect anyway.
Yeah, not even a conspiracy, dummy. They already did that. It's obvious.
Well, I didn't say it was a conspiracy. You said it was. I was just saying the obvious.
Bad.
You're trying to RFK me.
Should we talk about politics? Speaking of RFK, you guys happy with Trump and Vance and Elon?
You're talking about how Trump is the bringer of the golden calf to build a third temple that will bring on the Antichrist. I know Eggy knows about this. He's trying to play his video game, but this might possibly be the prophecy.
Are you telling me that Trump assisting Israel would bring on the Antichrist? I don't see the correlation, Rusty.
Well, listen.
Judeo-Christian values are something that have always been joined together forever.
They've always been, Judeo-Christian values.
It's always been that way.
That's right. The Judeo part, which just happened to be kind of written in a little later. Maybe
they're just like Christian the Christians. They just hate Jesus. They just don't worship the same Messiah. What's the big deal?
Yeah, I mean, it's like they wrote that first book, and then both parties seem to split off and start following different things. One accepting Christ and all the moral humbleness of his teachings versus wait, I'm not going to get into I probably
you should continue.
Podcast was promised to me for 3,000 years, I'll have you know.
That's true. This episode was promised to you. I'm sorry that I'm.
Do you want to say what you were going to say with more of like a ghetto black voice instead?
Damn, what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to talk about usury, but
Hey,
I think that might just be a
Oh,
lie.
yo,
man.
dog, people from my tribe ain't got to pay extra taxes.
No, it's not. It's not about the Judeo part. It's about the Zionism part that is the main problem, and what kind of sect of uh, Jewish religion this is. But there does seem to be a big kind of cult like aspect to the Zionism aspect and building this third temple. I'm probably speaking out of my ass, but it doesn't seem like we're staying out of wars. It seems like everything's coming to light that we are completely controlled by another country. And Mumkey, let me ask you this. Are you allowed to protest Israel in your country or in your state?
I'm not even allowed to do a podcast about people digging tunnels in New York and popping out of the sewers. That episode got taken down from YouTube. So
You'll probably have to cut this. And you're probably also
pretty
not
much,
allowed to go
yeah.
within 100 feet of a elementary school.
There is no school anywhere near me, thankfully.
That's good. Well, so maybe this form of politics wasn't the best one for me to just jump right into.
What other form is there? Am I right?
I don't know. Oh, you know what really pisses me off? It's all these Kamala voters who are just hating on Elon.
Well, I want to hear an
Because
actual
he's-
educated opinion from Emp, because, I mean,
Okay.
everybody knows the rest of our white guy, conservative, Trumpian opinions. Emp actually is, I think, a little smarter and evaluates a lot of different sides. Should we be panicking?
Well,
and you guys are
out in the
frozen
Middle East,
again.
The fuck?
what's going
Like
on?
one just spawned out of Rusty's head, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? That's
Who
the
is-
right time to get."
Who is
educated."
liking our screen?
I have no idea.
Are we back?
Yeah,
Hello?
you're back.
Okay. So the situation in the Middle East, it's I don't know what to say. They just got that biblical vengeance out there. There's just certain parts of the world where they go by the good book, the good part of the good book, and they're just very vengeful. They say like the Old Testament God, very vengeful guy. Like the Israelis believe that they deserve to like completely destroy the Canaanites in order to take back their homeland, and it really just has not stopped. Like places in the South in the U.S. Seems like the more churches you have, the more lynchings you have. There's just certain people in this world who follow like the teachings of the Bible that are related to vengeance, and they can't think about anything else. So I don't know. I think it's this is one of these things that can only be resolved once. I guess it's just like two men left standing, and they finally just headbutt each other to death.
Well, I don't know. Trump seems to be a third party interfering and saying, hey, we're just going to take over the whole thing and share it with Israel.
Well,
Take over the whole thing, just that last little bit of beachfront property.
Did you see his AI video he made?
Yeah, I saw something. Who knows if that was him? Did he put that out? Did he retweet that?
Yes.
He posted it, yeah.
Yeah, it's so everyone's saying it's like, oh, it's just like the 4D chess move. He's doing this to appease Netanyahu, and then he'll kind of reverse.
Yeah, we have to appease them, even though they constantly take all of our resources and weapons.
Listen, they're all pedophiles. Just release the records, release the fucking Epstein tapes. We all know what's on.
Oh, they released it already. Did you see?
Oh,
everyone
yeah, that's right. The
took
redacted.
the very happy photographs with the binders,
Embarrassing.
just for it to be stuff that was available during the Biden
I don't know. I saw Rusty
administration anyway.
tweeting it out like, oh, look, I got one, guys. Oh,
No, I got it right here.
yeah.
I have the book, Mumkey. I'm sorry that I thought about
The good book.
reaching out and getting one sent to me.
Rusty,
I
at
actually
what age
applied.
will you have to be to stop trying to cash in on the Twitter trend of the day? Like, oh, what meme can I put myself in today?
Yeah, well, Rusty, did you get the Saratoga water and bananas for this week?
No, I Saratoga is sold out. So
Wait, what the fuck is that? The morning routine guy?
Yes.
Son of a bitch, Rusty. If you post something like that, it's over between us for real this time. Not
You
even
officially
gonna box you.
punched your boomer card.
It's over.
Yeah. So all right. Maybe here's a better idea. I should completely avoid any new trends or news that might come out, and instead of trying to do something that might parody it or play off of it that could potentially I don't know, get me views or keep my name somewhere relevant in the sphere, I can just shit on it and say, anyone who does this is some sort of hack.
Wait, so you don't want to make the Saratoga water and banana song?
I'm already working on it.
Oh,
I got a brand deal.
yeah, I didn't mean to blow your cover. Brand deal with Saratoga water.
When I'm in the
Yeah,
funk,
nice.
I get the ice water bowl and a dunk.
I think back on my friend who I used to respect who would tell me, like, in confidence at 3 a.m. while drunk, you know what I regret the most in life? The fidget spinner song and the coronavirus song. Cashing in on these meme trends, it lowered my self-respect, and I think I'm going to commit suicide with the guillotine one day. I'm not going to say which friend said that to me, but it's somebody we all know.
Well, Mumkey, when you owe a lot of money to a lot of people, you make decisions.
These Hawaiian vacations don't pay for themselves, huh, Emp?
I've been to Hawaii so many fucking times. Like, yeah, it's great, but it's not like, I got to figure out a way to do this.
What was it? Like $3,000 for you and your girlfriend? That's expensive.
30 grand?
No, $3,000.
It was $200 billion.
Yeah, it was 200 billion. It was 300,000 grand, Mumkey.
Yeah, for the hotel you picked out.
No, it was actually a good deal. It all paid off in the end. The 13,000 views from that video paid for pretty much the entire trip.
Rusty, listen, I'm going to tell you this because I know you're a smart guy. You need to get on this professional gambling stuff, okay? You see all this cash out right here? You see that cash
I see
out,
green.
cash out,
I can't read the numbers.
Looks like green. Is that sports betting? Are you on the sports book, Eggy?
I have a special method that's made me like $3,000 off of exploiting gambling websites.
Now, when you say $3,000, do you normally spell 3,000 with 531?
That's the 500 that's is coming in.
All right, sure, man. Show me the tricks. I'm down to get I threw everything in.
$531.35. This was in there right now, but this is what I've cashed out on other days.
God damn,
dude! You need to release a course.
They'll take it. They'll stop
teach people of your tricks. You know.
I thought about it, but they can shut it down pretty easy if too many people are doing it. And I already got like a restriction one time. But all
right, well, tell me after the show. Because I'll get on this.
No, don't worry. We fund the trips through just taking the future profits out of the Simon Whistler song.
Yeah, Emp, did I see you in that footage? Were you climbing that mountain with him?
I was not present with him.
Oh, so you did not go skydiving?
No.
Did anybody else go, Rusty?
I'm unfortunately a landlubber still.
So you were up there all alone with none of your friends.
Well, I like to think that on the 15-minute trip up, I made friends with, the cameraman and the guy whose dick was right on my ass.
I guess if you're gonna die from falling off a plane, it's better to do it with friends than not, you know.
Right.
And a hard cock rubbing up on you.
It's better for it to be on your ass than in your ass. Yeah. Am I right, folks?
Well,
that's right.
One before the other.
But in the heat of the moment, it's hard to tell.
Oh, he was in heat, all right.
How much does that cost to go skydiving over a Hawaiian island?
200 billion.
It's probably somewhere around $2 to $20 billion.
Because there's Skydive Iowa, which I think is my only option if I ever want to do it. And
it's
I want to know how much does it cost to go over a cornfield as opposed to a beautiful island with a volcano and shit.
It's the risk of dying, and you have to think what's the best place. So it'd probably be several hundred. It's probably around $500 unless you want them to film you or do something. But in Iowa over a cornfield, if they charge, first off, would you want to go to the cheapest place?
I think there's only one in Iowa. I don't know. There's a mini airport here in Ames. I wonder if they do anything like that here, but I doubt it.
Mumkey, just do it. You do it, film it. It'll cost $300, and then your video it'll pay for itself.
I'm not even.
And then you can just.
I wouldn't even
the
post
entire
the
video.
content.
You can just shit on me as turning this into some bigger thing than it should be, and you can be like, this fucking faggot, Rusty Cage, cried about this. And look how easy and stupid and unthrilling this actually is.
I want to do it just to skydive. I don't need to make a YouTube video out of that. I don't think it's that interesting. I think you put in the maximum effort to make an uninteresting thing interesting in that video. And I'm just not willing to do that.
I agree.
Yeah. Like EmpLemon was acting, you know, he's not usually an actor, so that was exciting.
Emp's a good actor.
Yeah. We don't get enough of it.
Well, there's going to be another spot and some more Rusty Cage Show content coming out very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm working on the next video now. The Cage News. I don't know when this is coming out, but
news.
Rusty, you know, when the day comes that we sit down and we have our hip hop history discussion, do you think that's going to be where you're going to pivot? Because Adam from No Jumper, he just got like all of his staff arrested in a RICO indictment. They're all in prison for like 90 years because he's working with the feds the whole time. He's a snitch.
I fucking knew it. Yeah, right. He's working. So he's a Fed. So is Adam a Fed? And Vlad obviously is CIA and Fed, right?
Yeah. Well, and what Whack 100, because Point and Shoot just did a video uploaded maybe like sometime in the last 24 hours. But he had Big Loose, I think was like one of the gangsters. His name was Big Loose. And Whack 100 had like recorded him like beating somebody up, like, yeah, this is what happened when you play with me, you get beat up. And he just like posted online, and that was like used in the federal case to say like, oh, he's doing a gang initiation violence on camera. So now this guy's going to prison for fucking 20, 30 years for being a gang member and conspiracy or whatever else. So you just froze again with a light bulb on your face, just you know.
Now, while you can still hear me, the whole idea of this being somehow Adam 22's fault, does he even have to be working with the feds, or do the feds just have to be watching his streams to see these people admitting to crimes?
Well, what happened was, take this how you want to take it, because he probably wouldn't want to put himself in any turmoil he didn't need to. So the FBI did speak with him, and in the paperwork, like for the injunction or whatever it is, they took in all like a bunch of his staff in for this gang RICO case. In the paperwork, it's been being discussed on YouTube. They specifically are like using podcast episodes as evidence. Like in this episode titled Daily Show whatever, gangster at 1 hour and 23 minutes says, "Oh, I love being in the gang and beating people up. Yeah, that's what I love to do. Oh wait, is the camera turned on? I didn't mean that." Whatever. But so I believe that he was complicit in providing statements or something to the FBI to help assist this case, and also the content from his show. But did he want to be in a contempt or something like that for those people? Probably not, because he probably doesn't care. He's like, yeah, whatever, we'll get more gangsters. There's plenty where that came from. So
yeah, it wouldn't make any sense on his part, like to take the side of them and remove the episodes so they can't see them pro release. It doesn't make any sense. Like unless he had secret footage of them, it's not necessarily like he's snitching. And I'm not speaking on the morals of Adam 22, but at the same time, I don't watch his show. I don't know if he reaches to try to pull out information on purpose. Does he have a list of questions?
He wants it for the content. He'll be like, "Oh, so you've been killing anybody lately?" And like whatever, like puts the camera up to like gang members that are on like 100 different drugs. So he does a lot of that. But so does Vlad, and they just had a after the RICO dropped and he took three of his co-hosts got taken into federal custody. He did a show live with Vlad. The comments were just lighting him up. They're like street going live, and the comments are just hating heavily. But if people need that some real young street stars such as me and yourself to really bring the real street knowledge to the world without all that fake stuff.
Couple of YNs.
A couple of YCs. Well, you're from Florida. That's where 1900 Rugrat, he's leading the YC movement, the Young Cracker movement, and he's from Florida, and he's getting it popping right there with BLP Kosher. They're both from Florida, so...
Well, dude, we were talking about doing this whole thing on the corruption, and not just the corruption internally on the rap industry, but the sexual blackmail.
That's right, Diddy.
And that was before
the Diddy shit. Yeah, you guys were talking about this years before. You should have made your video.
I know. I think something happened and just couldn't. I don't know.
It's too bad
something came up.
You were dead for the 9 months when that could have been the most relevant for your entire career.
A fun trend for you to hop on Twitter.
Yeah, a little bit too late. I mean, now I can be like, when's the Diddy list going to finally get released? Did you know Diddy sucks dick and pressures people into doing sexual acts to get lower contract.
You
deals?
should make a
who
TikTok
is-
presenting it as breaking news for like the first time.
Just say it's breaking news.
This guy is bad news. You don't want to know what he did.
Rusty,
There's
can you
more
rank
out
these
there.
people in order of most innocent to least? We got Joe Gatto, Drake Bell, and Diddy.
Diddy is the most guilty. I'm gonna go Drake Bell and then Joe Gatto as the most innocent out of those three. Yeah.
Good
yeah,
ranking.
and then but see, that's not the ranking that I was hoping you'd ask. The ranking I'd hope is something I want to ask Eggy about. Who are these sus rappers? The one like Meek Mills, The Game. Who's another one that's
Jay-Z.
Man, listen, I don't want to,
ABR.
I don't want to have to tell you like that, but so I remember back in the day, Young Buck, Tennessee, man. I remember when they sussed him out, he was knocking on the windows, man, of those transgender prostitutes, and they caught him and hopping in the car like Dukes of Hazzard with the transgender. But that was
like Eddie Murphy.
That was like 2011, so that's not what's relevant right now. But I mean, I stay up to date with what is relevant. They're just, definitely the most sussy right now. I mean, Meek, he's definitely up there.
I've never seen
the Diddy thing, but
I've never seen a more guilty person than Meek Mills desperately going on Twitter whenever all that shit was coming out and being like, I swear to God, I'm not gay with P. Diddy. Because there's like these tapes. Oh, and the other one, LeBron James. LeBron James, ain't no party like a Diddy party. All right, LeBron, wearing a wig for no reason. Why is he doing that? He could just, I don't know.
Just there you go. You can tell now.
I just see it happen. I don't know what the fuck's going on. One of you are fucking with me, or
I remember
No
when
Diddy.
when that man Meek Mill, man, when they had him at the rich CEO party, and they had that boy doing the bunny hop. You remember that? He was going like this. They had him doing this down the basketball court where there was a bunch of old white and possibly Jewish men that were all like applauding him, like saying, "Look at him go."
Oh, you saw how quick Russell Brand became a Christian after all of his involvement with the white parties.
Okay, that's where I talked to
him. Well, if you have a video of that, I would suggest posting that. But I know Mumkey's not going to want to post this or edit this in.
Video of a Diddy party?
Yeah. Play the audio right now of Meek Mill getting fucked in the ass by Diddy. It's hilarious.
I would not recommend that. I think that
is it real? Is there really a leak of that? Is that for real?
Yeah, it's real.
Allegedly.
It's absolutely 100% real. Allegedly.
I've never heard of that.
Maybe if I reenact it, then it'll be all on the level. So he's like, shit.
Oh no.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah. So that's how that gangster life will get you, that's somebody who's going viral a lot lately. This is who you need to get on your next episode. Fleece Johnson. He's going viral. I don't know. It's been maybe 2 weeks since I've seen him going viral, but it's the guy from Boondocks where he goes, "If I like you, I won't you? I'm coming for your booty." You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the booty warrior. That's not like the voice actor.
He got out of prison, and there was like one YouTube channel that was clip farming him. They just had him say he doesn't have teeth anymore, so they just like sat him down like up against a wall like this, and like put a camera in his face and told him to tell a story. So he's like, "Yeah, I remember when that boy came in my cell, and I said, 'Now you're gonna spread him. I want to see what it's looking like.' And that thing already juicy, man." And he's like telling
it was juicy. His asshole.
Yeah. It's a clip. It's got like 1 million views.
What lubrication would be in the anus other than shit and sweat? Rusty?
Well, in prison, they'll when you're in the shop, they'll say, you take your own fingers. I'm not getting my hands dirty. I want you to scrape a little bit of that machine oil on your pinky nail and then rub that on the tip of your anus. Because I'm not trying to go in dry and rip my shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw that in a documentary called Turned Out.
The funniest part is watching EmpLemon just like look away from you in utter disgust.
No, it's all reversed. It's a mirror image. He's actually looking at me.
Oh, yeah.
He turns to look when you start saying that. Okay, well, should we go into some questions from the fans? Or you guys want to talk about booty holes a little bit more?
I just want to say, I want to make one last point to kind of say where I was kind of going with some of these things is you have these trends and stuff on Twitter, like Mumkey was talking about, but you have Florida culture, and Florida culture is like its own like ever giving spring. Like there's stuff that the internet would eat up that's popping out of Florida that they don't even get brought to their attention. I feel like you could be really like take your Florida man self, your essence of Floridian man, and like draw from that. You're gonna get stuff that people don't even know about. I think it could have some organic stuff, but it might be a little different avenue. What's that?
Are you talking about interviewing people in Florida or trying to go to these places like Brandon Buckingham style?
Not necessarily. I mean, that's an idea, but just like you have, real inherent Florida culture. Like this is what people want right now. Like Florida culture is like trending a lot. Like you could do some stuff like that where you're out on the street, but I think you could just give people enough of like your experiences from your environment and take that and push that forward, and maybe you have somebody who's a local personality, maybe somebody that's within like a couple blocks of you or something that you know about, like, Bob, this guy's crazy, he's always doing this dance in the gas station. Maybe you could have him on and have him say some crazy shit. This guy's gonna go viral. You got your whole organic thing right off your block. So I'm just saying something.
No, I know, I hear. Yeah, there's like some good old stories, like wholesome Florida stories. I remember these kids. I was from a really small town, very small, and everyone would be like super high on pills because there was nothing to do. And some of them were from violent pasts, so they'd all get like fucked up on pills, and they get really high, smoking weed and whatnot. And they drive around in the Crown Vic around town, and one day they got in this mode of, I don't know if they were like trying to be evil or something, but they just kidnap a stray dog. So they picked up this stray dog, and in the backseat of the Crown Vic, stabbed it to death.
No!
Not stabbed it to death. They stabbed it a few times. Then when it got to the kid's house, one of them opened its mouth up. It's pretty much done for, and they put a shotgun in and they just blew its head off.
You're full of shit. Fuck you. That did not happen in your hometown.
These are the people that you're going to have delightful street interviews that get 1 million views, like Hawk Tua.
Dog shooter.
Plus, he could interview his personal friend who hit that woman with his car.
Oh yeah, they had to. They finally put in a whole new traffic signal there where he did it.
Oh, good.
Dude,
a legacy.
The fucking downtown sucks now, or that area sucks now. There's so many speed bumps, speed tables, and
those
are corpses that they just paved over.
All he had to do was not run her over. I don't understand what's so hard about that.
Why didn't he not? Well, because he wasn't looking. He was doing cocaine, trying to get to the bar.
Oh yeah, he was down.
He couldn't see because there was dog blood in his eyes.
And he goes, "Oh God." Well, I hit someone, or something.
Oh, I hope it was a dog. Well, no looking back now.
He's still in prison, and I don't know if that's going to be
first day out.
Is he out at Rayford?
You need to be outside the day he's out of the gate with his fucking jumpsuit on and his bag of shit.
With my microphone?
Bag of fucking rags or whatever. You need to be there picking him up from the fucking prison.
Do you have anything to say?
And fucking record that. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, bring a gun with a microphone attached to it right outside of prison.
It's a microphone. Jesus.
It's Kurt Cobain's microphone.
Double barrel. No, it's a shotgun mic.
All right.
Wait, so that guy's he's still in prison then?
He's still that was only like what, 3 years ago or something?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad though.
We got another friend.
Well, there's this. I see. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
sure.
The well. This is the Florida well that I'm mentioning. The Florida spring. Okay.
No one's doing well though.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then,
so
here's the other thing: is if I'm just openly talking about all this shit and like dropping names, I still have to go out and experience.
And then you'll end up just like Adam 22.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be a fucking Rico man.
This is a Fed sponsored show.
Don't he didn't have to have those people say that gang stuff. He left that in. He could have edited that out. Some people do. Some people like edit it out, like some of the street interviews and stuff. I don't know about like the Brandon Buckingham and stuff like that, but there's been like
I feel like he would if I think I might have asked him about that, but I think he does if it's not a something super undamning or whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. So you could do that, and if anybody asks too many questions, and you have enough muted to have plausible deniability, you can say, "Oh well, that was a joke, that was a prank, but I didn't want to, I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way, so I just made sure, I really be cautious about. I want to make sure the youth are being enriched by watching my content, and then all the police would start applauding, and they might even give you a medal.
Yeah, I could. That'd be great if we got a medal. I mean, Emp, would you be down to maybe be a bodyguard or a cameraman
be a meat shield for these like completely coked out fucking insane people with sharp weapons on the street?
Yeah.
Pat them down, say, hey, you can have a beer if you come in and talk your shit for like 30 minutes. I bet people would be very interested.
You're telling me a story about how the FBI stole your dog? Oh, yeah, please come in. And we got a microphone set up right here for you. This is what the people want to hear.
I don't even know if that person who I lied about, of course, that story I made up.
About hitting
or his brother
person?
who also supposedly killed someone. But
it runs in the family?
Yeah, well, everything runs in the family out there. There's only 7 families, and 6 of them are bad, and the other one's me.
There's a few chromosomes that don't run in the families out there.
Yeah.
Or did they have
well,
one
they're
extra?
not retarded.
How does that work?
They're just evil.
All right, how about this? I got to go to the bathroom, and then we can answer those questions.
That sounds good.
That the Trash Rats International folks have been dying to hear.
They're no longer international because Florian quit, but...
Dying.
Oh, so you're just continuously using my IP?
No,
that I don't believe that
it is only ever posted when you're on the show.
That's why I'm going right now.
He's peeing.
Hey, Rusty, here's the deal. I'm throwing Eggy under the bus right now. He did win a lot of money gambling, and he told me next time we go to Rusty's, I'm paying for your flight. So I got a free plane ticket. What should we do? You got anything interesting going on this year?
We can definitely work something out. I don't know anything immediately at the moment, but yeah, depending on when you're thinking, Eggy, show me your secrets. I'm down to put some cash up.
You don't even have to put cash up. That's the best part. You're playing with house money.
So I'm trying to build a shed right now. And so if y'all did, I'm building the Cage Tech shed, which will essentially be the studio, but a little bit more room. So there's going to be like potentially.
What are the chances
that couch or a beanbag?
Won't that be destroyed in a hurricane by the end of the year?
All the trees are cut down.
Okay.
Or they already fell. So no more trees are going to be falling on this that will do damage.
But won't it just blow away in the wind? I don't know. Are you a good shed builder? Did your tent hold up?
Yeah, the tent held up. Yeah, it'll be fine. Guillotine's still in full effect.
So are you saying we should come see the studio when it's done, or you want us to come help you build it?
I would just wait till it's done, but we're talking like a month and a half from
now. We can use some manual labor.
I think
because right now
I've been to Rusty's maybe 5 times, and 2 of those times he made me help him move. So I think anything's on the table.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just saying right now we're stuck on that manual labor, if you know what I mean.
Uh-oh.
That's right. Well, and to be fair, for flights, usually they're like the cheapest if you stay somewhere for like an entire week. So, maybe might as well.
Great plan.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it. Yeah, we can knock out a bunch of content.
Yeah, right.
Knock some
stock
cocks.
up on mushrooms. Yeah. That's all we need.
Dude, I'd be down. Let's do some of this. Let's do the red laser test.
What's that?
I'll come down. We'll do some DMT and we'll put some red lasers on the wall and see if we can see the coding that's behind the simulation of reality.
Oh shit. Okay, like a bunch of zeros and ones or something else.
They say it looks like symbols that might be closer to something like katakana. So like the Japanese.
Yeah, and then you're telling a story on the street about how the government stole your dog.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the EmpLemon Show. Today we got Rusty K. Just my man. He's out here on the block every day telling me about the new reality. So we're going to sit him down and get the mic on. Here's your beer, Rusty. All right. So what have you been seeing in the walls lately, man?
GTA 6 is spying on you. Don't buy it. Only play GTA 5 online.
They spent
$200 billion. We'll be right back.
It's a $200 billion game. How will they ever profit?
Where do you think it got the money from? You know where all that information is going. Listen to the radio. Listen to the people that they hired. It's an proportionate amount of the hosts that are on Weasel News who happen to be of a certain religious persuasion. And there's more than 3 dimensions that you can see with your own 2 eyes. So if you look in the right places.
Toonhead Peter wants to know, what do you think of Trump and Vance body slamming Zelensky's loser ass?
Like what, in that interview?
I would imagine.
Dude, didn't JD Vance get horrifically ridiculed
He-
after that interview by the
He was
entire
a little
internet?
embarrassing, begging for, oh, please say thank you. Come on. Oh, you're not
Please?
thankful enough.
When's
I
the
would-
last time you even said thanks?
I wouldn't exactly describe that as being put in a dumpster, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I chalk all that up to like political theater a little bit. I don't think that was fake by any means. It was just unprofessional, and it probably shouldn't have been something that. Well, it probably should have been something that everyone sees, whether real or incorrect. Ah, god damn it! What the fuck are y'all doing? Which one of you pieces of shit?
Now,
I don't even have Discord Nitro. I'm not paying for that, and I don't even know if that's part of it.
Is that because of that? Is that because I'm not paying for Discord? So
no, I don't pay for
cease my
anything,
camera?
Rusty. Come on. You think I would pay for Discord? Do you pay for Twitter, Rusty? Do you have a check mark?
Yeah, because I'm a notable person with a lot of accreditations on IMDb.
Hey, he had a viral tweet the other day, so it's been paying out.
Oh, which
Yeah, did you
trend
see
did
my
he cash in on?
Well, it was boomers falling for an AI video as they were nostalgic about the 60s, and it was clearly just an AI video. And I was actually doing some research on it today because I was going to follow up on it. But the video, my post got like 54,000 whatever things, likes. But the
Views?
video was just a bunch of images that were put through some sort of AI video filter, and a lot of them weren't even from the 60s. So it was like some Trump army account that was saying, this is what USA was like in the 60s. Notice anything different? And of course, that's baiting the answer of, yes, there's minimal black people, or everything's clean, or something like that. But yeah, a lot of the photos weren't actually from the 60s. Some of them were from like 1957.
So yeah, it's like taking people from the 40s and mixing it with people from the 80s in the same shot.
Yeah,
There's
it's just
bumper to bumper traffic on some beach in New Jersey.
that was a real photo. So these actually were real photos that they used. They just made a move. But just a lot of them weren't from the 60s. And they were playing Sweet Caroline over it, which came out halfway through 1969. So I don't really know if that really counts as the anthem of the 60s.
I hate to interrupt you, but I have the explanation for these thought bubbles and the freezing problem. It appears to be a Macintosh computer exclusive for anything with a video aspect. It automatically detects hand movements and displays emojicons or whatever.
There's no fucking way. There's no way.
Apple sucks cock.
And you can't turn that off?
Yeah, you probably can. I don't know how, but Google says that it's. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not like a. Maybe it's
why
in
is
like
Apple so fucking stupid?
It's got like an internal cooldown. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why it only procs every like couple of minutes. But according to Google, it's a Macintosh feature. So yeah, you could probably find some way to turn it off.
Well, it automatically puts it on this video feed from this totally unrelated camera.
Freezes the camera. All right, I'm looking into that. That sucks.
It sounds like someone needs to pay Tim Cook a visit and
That's
give him a
right.
hug.
Okay, Fresh Maggot has a question we've had in years past. Rusty and Eggy, will you ever make music together?
They're not interested in my mixtape? What is this?
Featuring
I-
EmpLemon.
Why am I
mean-
being excluded?
Well, we were going to work on a song potentially in the future.
Green Boy rap?
No, after Tom McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Got to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Eggy, you want to be on a Tom McDonald-esque song?
That's my favorite. That's all I listen to.
Just Tom McDonald all day?
Is that the
when
racist
facts,
guy?
They're gonna hit you right from the head in the back. Whoa. It's a fact
Wait.
attack. Liberals can't handle that. Oh my goodness. Whoop, 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 remix.
What did he say? If I was a black man, I'd never pay taxes. Just a solid,
Why not?
solid
Call me a
statement.
soul brother if that's the case. The IRS can back me up on that one. Either way.
I'm pretty sure me and the Eggman can work on a song. I know we talked about it. I'm back working on the album. That's kind of the point of building the shed, is an area where I can, effectively record some stuff. Oh shit. Well, if you're already coming down, then let's we can make a few of these songs. I know we were talking about one. I don't want to give away any of the themes too hard, but one was kind of a filthy domestic terrorism theme, if I can say
Motor
that.
Man, Young Cracker. Yeah, you know I'm making slappers. What?
Yeah, well, you had something. You freestyled the entire song in the car whenever I brought it up. It sounded way better than what I had planned.
Hopefully somebody wrote it down 3 years ago.
Yeah, I wasn't even driving.
Right. Well, so it sounds like a collab is coming, and
That's right.
potentially with you two having your brain power combined, we can come up with the mythical EmpLemon verse on the song.
We're gonna write your verse.
Well, I can't do it on my own. I don't have any musical talent.
Do you think no? So neither did Eazy-E. So Ice Cube wrote all of his verses.
Oh, so I'm gonna die of AIDS now?
Maybe, depending on negotiating tactics with Jerry Heller.
No side with Meek Mill.
Yes. Well, I'm wondering if we wrote a verse. Like, if there was a verse and I had it and I rapped it out and I was like, it has to rap like this. Here's the cadence. Here are all the words. Do you think you could do it? Could you act into some field that you're not familiar with?
I think something that could be interesting to try is, could you take someone with no musical talent or ability, such as myself, and have it actually coming out decent? Like, the material is provided. Yeah. I'm very heavily directed, and there's a bunch of processing in post.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, like you have to not be monotone. If you can sing a note or if you can sing a melody, I think that's the most important thing, because a lot of people refuse to. If you ask them, Mumkey, what's your favorite song?
Does Eminem sing?
I'm not afraid.
I guess he does. Yeah.
So
shady. We'll fucking kill you.
Now, I want to see if Mumkey can do it. Can he sing? Can you like sing a lick? Can you hit different melodies or notes? Or are you the type that just goes no because you're too embarrassed or ashamed?
Should I do a rap song or like just a singing song?
You can do a singing song.
Let's see. You guys big fans of Avenue Q? What do you do with a BA in English? What is my life going to be? 4 years in college and plenty of knowledge have earned me this useless degree.
Is this like
I forgot you were a theater kid. You
relatable song.
Can do this. Now, can you do that?
I don't know.
Is there name a song? You like the Doors. Do a 5 to 1.
What? Oh,
5 or 1?
Well, like my top 5?
No, isn't that the name of the song? 5 to 1, baby. 1 and 5.
Oh, is that like from Morrison Hotel?
No.
I haven't listened through that album.
All right, well, you're making
excuses. What about People Are
Something
Strange?
Like
Can you do that
one?
Yeah,
do People Are Strange.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Women seem wicked when you're alone.
I think he's doing it, yeah.
You're hitting the notes. So, yeah, you can definitely be directed in a way that it would just be like, no, you have to rap the line like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Let's hear it.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
So now if I do that now, it's going to be like kind of silly because you just directed me. I feel like this would be better in a private studio space.
We can look away. Eggy, Eggy, don't look.
Space.
Don't look,
yeah, but
Eggy.
they're not going to look away.
I'm not looking. There's nobody else is here, Emp. I forgot to hit the record button.
Every day I've been walking down the street.
Yes.
There we go.
Causing the earth to rotate beneath my feet. We get along with each other.
Hey, what a wonderful time today.
Okay.
Now, was
Rusty,
he black?
Well, I was going to ask a more important question. Who's the sexiest Arthur character? But I guess we can evaluate both. Eggy, you can look again. It's okay, buddy. We're back. Arthur's mom is the only adult woman I think on the show. I mean,
let's go with her.
Yeah, I don't know if I've watched it in a long. Are the Jannies? Do they count? I know they do it for free on that show.
Mr. Ratburn.
Mr. Ratberg, he's a beautiful man with a beautiful alternative lifestyle. Frankly, I might join him. He's time for a human-sized animal. I'm gonna throw it in the mix. Let's see what happens.
Now, was Chill Guy an actual character on that show, or? Okay.
I don't actually know where that image is from.
I don't know. So that was just some fucking shitcoin bullshit.
All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, Jackie April wants to know who will be the Democratic nominee in 2028.
Stephen A. Smith.
Not AOC yet? Her and Bernie are going on a big anti-oligarchy tour, and it's getting sold-out tickets and shit. And obviously, Bernie's not going to be running. He'll probably be dead for real.
Don't you ask me about Zion. What are these questions about these people who are being deported for no reason and the green cards taken away because they protested against Zion? I have no time for this.
Yeah, well,
I did say back at that
he'll
time
hopefully
that
be
the
dead
women,
soon.
They would enjoy it in that particular situation. I don't know about now, but back then that she would have enjoyed it. That's all I'm saying.
God, he's going to be what, like 84 when?
Yeah, but they live to be
starts?
really old. Like Mel Brooks is still
They
alive.
live to be really old.
They, for some reason, yeah. It's like the ones, if you survived it the first time, then you just live to be like 120.
Holy shit!
It's true though. Look it up.
Yeah.
So Bernie's going to be 86 years old for the record at that time.
That's how
Okay,
Doge
so
is finding 120-year-olds in the Social Security. They're all Jewish.
Yeah, they just go to the synagogue.
They kept staying alive to get more money.
How old was Feinberg or Feinstein? Was her name?
Dianne Feinstein.
The Fountain of Youth is in the tunnels under New York.
Yes.
There certainly are.
I think Stephen A. Smith will be the nomination. He's trying to position himself to be like the left-wing Trump, where he's like this media established guy, and he's kind of bombastic, and he's well-spoken and good at communicating to like lower intellect people. So that's, I think he's getting ready to make the jump when the opportunity presents itself.
I can't wait for him to be all over Twitter around that time so I can jump on the trends and
I don't think you'll be
establish my
around
name.
by then, Rusty.
Are you going to make
I'm not gonna make
the
it.
Stephen A. Smith for President song?
I don't even know who this guy is.
I don't actually either.
He's an ESPN sports commentator.
What?
Most known for being on the show First Take, and he like basically pioneered the sports debate genre on television. And there's a bunch of memes of him.
Oh yeah.
The black
When
guy?
he got in trouble. He was getting attacked by LeBron, right?
Oh yeah,
On
because
the court.
he made fun of LeBron's son in the NBA, who
Called
I
him
guess
gay or something.
They said that they drafted him because it was just a nepotism thing to keep LeBron on the Lakers. And then LeBron, like in one of the past games a few weeks ago, LeBron confronted him courtside and said, "Keep my son's name out your fucking mouth." And then I guess Stephen A. responded to him. And then today, LeBron went on Pat McAfee's show and said, "Oh, Stephen A. is such a fucking bitch. Fuck that."
Good for fucking LeBron, because Stephen A. was a bitch, because he went on his show and he was like, "So I guess I have to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, LeBron did come up to me, and but maybe I should have spoken to him in private, and I did try to reach out."
Stephen A. is real bright. He knows how to stay in the spotlight, kind of like what Trump did before he became president.
Sure.
So I think he's definitely positioning himself to run for president. I think he's
positioning him. I had no idea.
I think he's polling at 3 to 4% right now.
Listen, if Stephen A. Smith, if we're gonna put him, why not just have LeBron be president? I mean, listen, what he's
Well, LeBron's going to be
43.
going away in the Diddy case. So
yeah, LeBron's out of
that's
here.
not built to last.
He's got the tie to the deep state right there with that. He's got the popular vote. He's the greatest athlete in human history. I mean, I think
who
he's got
didn't
some
go
points,
to a
be
Diddy
honest,
party?
but
Jordan.
He said they had
Kobe.
the best parties.
Yeah, Kobe and Jordan. Kobe was flying his helicopter. He was flying people out of the party, and they shot him down.
and also, and Eggy, I know you know what happened. What happened to Michael Jordan because he didn't want to play ball? See, I was wrong to assume
They
that.
killed his dad.
They killed his dad, is what they did.
I thought they made him grow a Hitler mustache.
That was
a
I think that was
choice.
his own doing.
Yeah.
That's just what black people do when they're tired of fucking playing Jewish games. They just take to Hitler aesthetics.
So you're on Kanye's side in all this shit.
Kanye is the funniest fucking person, right? He's the only one he's the most powerful person, the most famous person.
I think he
who's
lost
going
all his
way out of his
power.
way. I don't think so. That motherfucker still has it.
Hey,
I'm showing up on Nick Fuentes' show because I still have a bunch of power and influence.
Bully version 1, would that drop 1 week ago? It was the #1 trending, not just music, #1 trending on all of YouTube because he dropped this album that was like 23 minutes. It's 23, 22 minutes, and it's just looped so like the video is 45 minutes long. but it was #1 trending after everything he said and done. I mean, he was going off every single day. He still has his YouTube channel. He posts it. It goes #1 trending in the entire world out of every category, gaming, music, everything. And I listened to the album. I thought it was, and it's not finished. It's V1 because it's like the beta version of the album. He's going to tune it some more or something. But I thought it was a very good album, to be quite sincerely honest. So
no, he's got the pull. He still has the attention. He's still got the pull, and he's the only one with this amount of power who's just outright being like, saying what he's saying. What's he trying to do now? He's like trying to get like a KKK outfit with Tim's as like a new outfit.
Iced out swastika chain.
That'll sell real well.
A custom made KKK outfit.
No, Kanye lost all his power. He's a has-been. It's not impressive to be on YouTube trending. I've gotten #11 trending, and I'm sitting here on this fucking show, so it doesn't matter.
Sitting on some grandma's couch that Rusty found on the side of the street.
Vultures 1 and 2 were ass. Donda 2, ass. Donda 1, eh. The last decent thing he made was Jesus. I have not listened to that yet, but
it's got the classic sound. I'll say that.
He's over the hill. It's going to take a lot to convince me again that he has anything left in the tank.
Yeah, he's got an older sound to me, but it's a beta album, so by the time it comes out, it might suck more. But yeah, either way,
he puts out so many fucking albums though. Like 2 a year, so he puts out a lot of just forgettable albums.
Yeah, he's like, there's more Kanye albums than we can put out the Rusty Cage show.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we should probably be doing. Hey, here's a question: would y'all want to be on the Rusty Cage show in some facet?
I think we might have talked about this in this podcast.
Well, can you see a difference between the video stream that you're looking at that both me and Emp are in versus the ones that y'all are?
Oh, you're gonna make all the guests who call in get a really expensive set just to call.
Yeah,
in.
like Jordan Peterson, like the Daily Wire. Everyone's gonna have to
on Zoom. You can just hit a button, and my background can be anything you want. So maybe that'll be the key. It's just I'll have like.
Do I have control over that?
I think anybody can control their own camera and background. So you could like send people a PNG of what you want, and they could just do it.
Yeah, we can probably get something worked out.
Just have like a jail cell in the background, like all your guests are in prison.
Oh, maybe.
No, just fucking Diddy parties.
Have that sex tape in the background of that guy moaning.
Meek Mills and fucking Omarion getting fucked in the ass.
Hey, here's something I thought we'd be talking about a lot, and I'm ready for a big discussion on this one. Wings Redemption pushing his wife down onto a table. Did you guys see this?
What, Keemstar?
Well, Wings did it.
No, that's his wife.
I didn't realize he was married. I guess I get it mixed up with Boogie all the time. Where
Boogie's kind of married to that kid.
Yeah, I don't know Wings of Redemption. I kind of know what he looks like, and you watch his videos. But I mix him up with the other guy. So, what, he pushed his wife?
So they're on this, and I don't watch any of this show, so everything I'm saying might be made up, but they got this show with Keemstar and Boogie and Wings called LoCal Live, and they all met up for an IRL Fat Camp collab. That's like a whole week of them, and everything on the show is kayfabe and fake, just because Keemstar is using these fat puppets to make money, and every single person there is a retarded person being taken advantage of by Keemstar. It is what it is. He knows exactly what he's doing. And the kayfabe of the day was Wings is going to be pissed and come in like a bucking bronco and pull off Keemstar's hat and show his bald head. And in the process, Wings' wife got in the way. And she got pushed by Wings and fell very heavily. She's a big woman as well. Not as big. And
Can we get this video?
You can watch it. It was all live streamed.
Mm-hmm.
And Wings does not break kayfabe, does not break character, does not care that his wife is injured. That's what makes me upset. You can accidentally push somebody, but if you don't show any upset in your face that your poor wife is injured, that's unforgivable in my mind. Like, honestly, pimp.
All right, so
let's see this.
Yeah, it did like 200,000, the clip of it, not even the episode. I think the clip of it did more views than the episode, but the episode was also very highly performing compared to normal.
200 billion views.
Wings is inside your wall. He's watching you. No.
All right, 5 minutes. This is some fucking faggot talking about it.
Yeah.
Or is
Just
this
go
the
to
whole
Breaking
thing?
Banquet, and they probably have a timestamp there for it.
Oh,
Is that it?
I see some pushing going on.
See, why can't we hear this? We should be able to hear that.
All right, so I saw the beginning of the clip. I didn't know that his wife got involved.
And she's like, Jordan, no, don't fight Keemstar. And he just like,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
there's like
she's
there's
in
a
the
still-
fight,
Well, so
and
he's got,
he pushed her, and she fell on the fucking table.
And he
he's got
doesn't
like a-
care.
he's got like a Chris
He
Chan
keeps
shaped
going.
wife.
Chris Chan shaped wife. Can y'all hear
No,
this?
I'm sorry. It's like is it insensitive to say that when like a heavier person falls, it doesn't seem as bad because it seems like they have more HP?
Yeah, more,
Wait, look,
more
there-
cushion.
Wait, what the fuck? When did Billy the Fridge he
But-
kind of put back on all the weight?
I wasn't aware that.
No,
they
that's
lost any
Boogie.
of the weight.
No. This is Billy
No,
right
Boogie.
here.
Boogie is on the left. Yeah, that's
They
Billy
can't
Fridge on
see
the right,
this,
right?
but that looks like him.
So if you have, I've got a like the number one still frame of this encounter in the chat.
that was
there
personal.
now.
Damn. He's
No, he did that on
smashing his
purpose.
forearm into her chin.
He said, "Fucking
All right, no,
bitch."
that's a sad situation.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially
No,
because it's
Monkey.
all orchestrated by Keemstar, and now like Jordy is known as a wife beater because Keemstar's stupid fucking show that sucks. But it is what it
Well,
is. He
you
could have helped
said-
his wife up and he didn't, so I blame him as well. But still, fuck this whole thing. Fuck every single person there. I hate them
Pain
all.
pain is temporary and footage is forever. That's what you always quoted.
Yeah, from Jackass. Yeah, it's a good
I
quote.
mean, like doesn't he have that aura now though, like Chris Brown? Because people
Wings of Redemption.
Chris Brown kept doing that to Rihanna, and he's still very popular.
Yeah, we
you
all
know?
consider him a hero.
Yeah,
That's true.
he
All
still
right.
sells tons of records.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is Rihanna doing with her?
Be
Fucking-
honest, I was only an 18-year-old kid when I did what I did.
I was only 43 when I attacked my wife. So we agree Wings and Joe Gatto are equally innocent here, and that those women had it coming.
However, P. Diddy and Drake Bell
They're guilty.
are up there
They should
with
be killed.
Hitler and
Guillotine
Jeffrey
them.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Well, Rusty, these are bad people.
Hey, somebody wants to know. It was a good one. Citizen Payne, what are each of your top-rated picks for biggest public display of mental illness? And I like this one because I saw a video yesterday of a lady naked in a Texas airport trying to destroy all the monitors, and nobody is stopping her, and she's running around screaming, "I'm going to kill you all." And
that's
she was
that's a rational response to being left in the airport when your flight's delayed.
And
You
the
know,
thing is,
we've
she
all
was
been
actually
there.
kind of hot, so not a bad video.
Was it because she was on
Damn.
Spirit Airline and her bag didn't fit, or it clearly fit within the?
Would you
Yeah,
like a link
onboard
so you can
items.
watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
this.
Okay, let's see if this link works.
So I'm remembering some of the old ones from back in the day. Like, remember that that black lady on the subway who was like, "I know you're the N-word that raped me," and whatnot. And she was just like off her fucking rocker. It was huge at the time, 10, 15 years ago. All right, let's see this. No audio. You might be able to hear it. I'm not sure.
We can't hear it.
What the
Oh,
fuck? That's
damn,
a
so she's
photo.
completely naked.
And that's what I'm saying. Not bad. Would you be upset if that happened in your terminal?
Dude, sometimes I've had my flight delayed like a couple hours and then it gets delayed again, and I'm very mentally close to doing this. So I don't think that this is too far off from just normal behavior.
Right. If anyone's going to do it, it should probably be her.
But when did she get naked? Did she go in the bathroom or did she just strip in front of everybody and go off?
Oh, this is
Probably.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst airport in the entire country. If you know,
I
you
know,
know.
it's just there.
Is that the one with all the trams that you have to ride?
Yes. Well, yeah.
I like that
It-
one.
It is. Yeah. Did I ever tell you about when I had to stay overnight there before?
No, terrible.
Well, you know, I'm a cheap man. I will say the next time after this particular incident, I went to the Red Roof. I think it was like $39 a night at the Park Inn Motel or whatever, so that was good. But No, I went there and I'm like, okay, I had a connecting flight, and I think Dallas Fort Worth at the time anyway. Maybe they still do, but they would like not have flights going out at night or like not at certain hours of the night. So it was like after a certain time, you had to wait until the morning for your connecting flight. I'm like, okay, well, it's still here all night, so why don't I just like I'll just go sleep like in a chair or something. I don't have to spend extra 50, $60 or whatever to go to some motel and all that stuff. Well, everybody else has the same idea, and while the entire airport's closed down at the time, there would only be one thing open at this time, and it was a 7-Eleven on like the G gate or something. So every single person who wanted to save money, which it also had lots of small children, all wanted to congregate all around this like G gate 7-Eleven. So just imagine just all night long, just a bunch of like huge families of unsupervised children just running around screaming at the top of their lungs, just like knocking chairs and everything over because there's nobody there to do anything about it. It just goes on all night, and I'm sitting there trying to sleep and trying to do anything. Maybe I had earplugs, I can't remember, but just nonstop chaos and all around the 7-Eleven. And there's only like one cashier that's there for the whole night. So when people are going there, there's like 40 people in line nonstop to buy like $20 Oreo pack or something. And just absolutely next time I went to Dallas, I took to the Red Roof Inn, and I was only there for like 6 hours or whatever between for like the connecting flight. It might have been maybe like 5 hours, whatever it was. I was like, yes, this was absolutely worth it. Even if I only slept for like 2 hours, just to have some peace and quiet away from the absolute turmoil of the terminal.
$100.
Rusty's trying to save electricity money right now.
That reminds me of the time I had to sleep at the Denver airport, where it's like the flight was probably at like 6:30 in the morning, so it wasn't worth it to like check into a hotel just to like go to sleep and leave immediately. And I'm actually pretty comfortable at sleeping on the floor. It really doesn't bother me that much. I know a lot of people have a bunch of trouble with that. So like I get there and like almost it takes a while. It takes maybe like 45 minutes to an hour, but I'm like almost actually starting to fall asleep. And then this dog starts barking. And I'm just going to say like my vegan principles all of a sudden turn.
Discord turned off the racism that he was about to unleash about himself.
Rusty he's fucking blowing up the whole studio right now. He turned everything off and he's about to set the bomb off.
He just got sick of talking to us, I guess. He just fucked off.
Rusty is trying to censor my story.
Rusty turned off all the lights. I figure he just wants to go like drink or something. He says, fuck this podcast.
Oh, he's been drinking this whole time already. Anyway, yeah, I was going to say my vegan principles started to morph into my Chinese principles.
I know that was coming.
I was about to like fucking throw the dog down the escalator so it goes like fucking under the gears.
Hey, speaking of vegan principles, have you had any similar Taco Bell shenanigans in the last 7 years?
Oh, a second Taco Bell incident did occur.
Oh my god!
But I don't know if we have enough time here to fully capture the gravity of the situation.
Baron von Brunk's got his Legos ready to animate it, so I don't know. You're gonna disappoint him. We'll have to save it for next time.
Eventually, I gotta really dig up the trauma. It was much worse than the first incident.
What?
On like
can we get like a 2-minute version then? Because people are gonna die wanting to know.
Well, then I'm gonna blow through the whole synopsis, so it'll make the real story less impactful when I actually tell it.
Personally, I've got 20 minutes. But we could end the episode with this if you guys got 20 minutes.
I was trying to do a bit. We can keep the
well, I just want to interject one thing real quick about the worst public display of mental illness. These people, and there's more than one, that they do the videos where they're like in the Walmart like checkout lane and they're like dumping shit all over the floor and like screaming. There's multiple people who do this, and they all need to be no longer breathing as soon as possible. So
is it because like they find out their EBT card doesn't buy cigarettes or something? Like, why are they freaking out at self-checkout?
Like,
there's a guy who
good.
There's a African American male, probably about 50 years old. He goes to like the cash register and he takes like a box of cereal and milk and he dumps both on his head at the same time. And he said, "You gonna make it? Never give up on your dreams." And he's got probably
didn't Fry do that
in
episode of Futurama?
He got like banned from all the stores, so I don't know if he does it anymore. But there's people who do That's all they do. They just go and like get in front of a bunch of people at, like in the checkout lane and start just like throwing stuff all over the place and going.
Yeah, well, Walmart doesn't really count as public. That's just like a human zoo.
It doesn't count
that's
as
where the
people
mental
are in.
illness goes.
Yeah. I guess
True.
the video I think of the most when it comes to that is like the TikTok of the guy standing on the street like this, frozen in place, while the Walking Dead theme song is playing.
Was he just like fent leaning or some shit?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude, I saw a completely fully naked black guy walking down the street as I was walking home from downtown. I mean, this was like 2 years ago or something like that.
Did he have a shopping cart?
No, I was just walking back home, and I was on the other side of the highway, thank God. But just a fucking naked black dude.
Well, it's just a
Going out
naked guy. It's
swinging.
not like he's gonna lock onto you.
I want to
Start
play a
attacking
game
you
real
like
quick.
No.
Rusty.
Okay.
Okay,
They
we know he
could.
was a naked black guy. If he was Asian, would you have said he was Asian?
If I could tell he was Asian, yes.
If he was white,
if he was-
would you have said he was a naked white guy?
Yeah.
Hispanic.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's
Well,
true.
you think that I wouldn't, like, I'm a character? I'm not a.
No, I
person
think
who would
when you told the
describe-
story of your friend murdering a woman with his car, you didn't bring in his race, so I assume he's white.
He's half black and half white,
Okay.
so it's a little more confusing.
Yeah.
It's ambiguous.
It's one drop rule. He's black. Sorry.
He's
Apologies
the-
to him.
Well, no, he got a white.
A white hand appearing in front of his face.
Oh.
He only got 7 years.
He got a
didn't-
Jewish lawyer. That's how he
Yeah.
got out of it.
It worked for
Figueroa.
OJ. So we're not
Did
going to
it?
get that story then, the vegan Taco Bell part 2?
Let's go.
I
gotta
think
use-
no.
take a piss.
Emp, I'm ready. I'm
It might
fucking
take-
ready.
It might take an hour.
Okay, to
Look,
be
there's a-
continued. Rusty's leaving, it looks like, again.
He said he had
He's
to piss.
got to go to the
Okay.
bathroom.
Should we end the show without him then?
This beer goes through him pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to pee
I mean,
for
he
about half
tried
an
to
hour.
he tried to cut me. He tried to cut me off right before my punchline, sandbagging me. You know,
He has no
That's,
respect for comedy. You can tell by
no
his videos.
respect. Ugh, what a disaster.
There's not even a 2-minute or 5-minute version of the story you could tell. Just
Oh,
to
yeah,
whet our
you see,
appetite.
If I were to give the SparkNotes version, it would not do it justice.
Okay.
You know.
So this
like
is just
when
a
you watch a-
promise that when
when
me
you
and
watch a
Eggy show up
fucking-
in person, you will tell the story to all of us there.
Yes, maybe you have to come here so that everyone's here in person and the whole gravity of the situation can sink in. Because it's like you can't watch the fucking Cinema Sins video and actually get a sense of watching a damn movie.
Right.
So
Rusty needs to bust out his 360 camera, and we sit in a circle, we pass the blunt, and we
I will
do the
I will
podcast.
tell the story. Yeah, I have been saving it up for some type of opportune situation where it felt
Don't
like
waste it on the Rusty
the time
Cage
is
show.
right.
Fuck that. It's got to be right here. Or just tell it both.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, we might do the simulcast. It's like Elvis in Hawaii. It's going to be like that type of performance where the whole world needs to see. They need to hear what happened to me.
Yeah, we'll have it on your channel streaming as well, like every possible.
This is like it's almost going to be like a story of seeing some kind of cryptid where you might not even believe what happened even after I describe it to you.
and that's
I'm
why we
gassing
need
this
the
up an
hour of
awful lot,
detail
but-
to really prove its validity.
I had witnesses, so if the validity falls under question, there are people who will be able to back me up.
I don't think we have any more questions, so we can wrap this up since Rusty's ready to, I assume, start binge drinking. Eggy, do you have anything you want to plug this week?
Well, I'm going to plug something that is beneficial for everybody, by which I mean both of us and a viewing audience. That's right. If you have an idea for a sponsored video, whether that be a review of music, of a film, of a food or drink, or just whatever you might have in mind, maybe even a survivor simulator perhaps, just send that idea to simianjimmybusiness@gmail.com. If it falls into the acceptable criteria to be produced, then you will need to supplement a $100 sponsorship fee for that video. But keep it in mind, if you have something you'd like to put in front of our eyes and ears and get that groovy couch song intro song slapped up in that thing also.
What about you, Rusty? Anything you want to plug this week?
What are y'all making money off this?
Yeah, people pay us $100 to make little couch reviews of stuff.
How long?
15 to 25-minute videos. Mostly of us reacting to a video.
Do you turn any down?
One or two just because it didn't seem that interesting, but then they came up with a better idea and paid us anyway.
Okay. Gotcha. Anything that I'm plugging? Well, obviously the Rusty Cage show.
Got anything on there? Because last time I checked, every time you do one, you take it down.
Well, and yeah, I mean, I uploaded the first episode. It's like 20.
Isn't there like 2 or 3 lost episodes between the original?
No, listen. The
Those are the
Rusty
live
Cage show.
shows.
You're talking about the live show.
Yeah.
The Rusty Cage show is an edited. It's an actual.
But it's also a
edited
live show.
Cinematic experience.
So Rusty Cage Live is like the live portion of it.
Yeah, where'd those go?
No,
Some
the live
disappeared.
is merely one component of the overall suite of entertainment.
I mean, I get he's editing up his vacation to be all fancy and fun, but I want to know
Right,
what
so I
happened
can
to the
write it
3-hour
all
live stream where Emp said the N-word and now I can't find it. Where's that stream?
That was we only had 2 that are taken down. There
Yeah.
was the one where we were covering Penn and Teller's magic trick, and then the one where you said the N-word.
Yeah.
And I think I took both down per Emp's request. But we'll probably do another N-word related live episode coming soon.
Where's the
And I
one
would
when
love-
Emp
love you to be
ordered
on
an actual new Coke on eBay and then drank like 40-year-old syrup? Is that still up?
You know what? I can unlist that one.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know what
should.
channel that's on.
the much maligned
The-
new Coke taste test.
The 40-minute
I loved it.
new Coke episode.
I watched the whole thing.
You know what? Maybe I just don't understand
Russell,
how to
you don't-
banter. I don't understand banter.
You don't respect my talents. I'm gonna show up with new Coke again. Actually, in the holiday season, I went to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, Georgia, and they had new Coke there, and I was able to drink a bunch again.
Rusty's
I gotta
shooting
get my
himself in
hands
the
on it
in the
again.
mouth with a gun. Okay.
Actually, that's another story. Perhaps for the next Rusty Cage Show live episode, my trip to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, here's
Very,
a fun
very
thing.
dysfunctional.
I went to Atlanta. Oh boy, is it ghetto! How can we drag this out into a full special?
Rusty, you have no whimsy. You have no ability to listen to actually fucking good storytelling because you're too busy sitting there trying to change the subject every 5 minutes because you lack the confidence to stick with an idea until it's fully fleshed out.
Now, Mumkey, let me ask you this question because I knew that back in the day you would have been the person to do this.
To
To
do
be
what?
like, this is dragging on way too long, or this needs to end. But now I feel like your nuts are a little bit tucked, and
because
now you're like, oh, I'll listen, I'll do anything for $100, and I'll listen to any 40-minute story.
Oh,
if
no,
someone
no.
convinces me that it's
When I
good.
opened my Patreon for Mumkey back in 2016, my original perk was a $100 perk. You can choose my next review. So like many of my
Inflation, Mumkey. These people need to be paying more.
Well, and it's even
to
worse
get
because I have to,
anything out of
now
you.
I split it with Eggy, so I'm making way less.
Now, Eggy, you should be getting paid more.
He's
He
getting
should be
half,
paying you
and
the
I do
whole-
the editing.
Yeah, but half isn't enough.
Oh,
and
God.
I've talked in
Yeah.
private with Eggy about this, and he said
Oh,
the same
shit.
thing to me.
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I guess you could say if there's ever any like ad revenue, then maybe that's like the editing bonus. But I wouldn't even mind doing like a 40-60 because he does all the work and does everything setting up, and it's all his.
I don't
equipment.
pay Eggy for the One Piece podcast, so I'm happy giving him half for these fucking couch videos that waste 20 minutes of his time. You know, it's no big deal to me.
See, Rusty, it's all about the give and take.
How much
Is
does
this
Emp
where you
get
wanna
paid for the
be?
Rusty Cage show?
I haven't actually.
I'm in a
I have
deficit,
not been
Monkey.
paid
Not
for the
one
Rusty
penny.
Cage Show.
We're
I've
not.
not made one. Look, but it's
listen,
about
you
the
don't
love
make
of the
money
game.
until you get to zero. Zero is the first goal, and then we can start worrying about divvying out.
Yeah, you spent $7,000 on a setup where we can't do Discord calls without a little bubble popping up and freezing our screen.
No, it's because fucking Eggy or Monkey's fucking with us, and they keep.
I hacked
some
your
button.
Apple computer.
The Macintosh, you could Google Macintosh video emoji bubble or whatever. It's that's what came up for me when I Googled it.
Hey, Emp, do you have anything you want to plug?
Not
Besides
really.
Monkey's ass.
What's
I'm
the?
trying.
I know you
to
don't
work
want to
on the-
spoil, maybe, but what is your next EmpLemon video?
It's a surprise.
Okay.
But it's something that I will say is probably going to stand out a lot from almost anything else I've made. So,
Is it not an episode of one of your many series then? Something completely unique?
it is actually a returning episode of an existing EmpLemon series, but
Can I guess it?
Close.
Will you tell me if I guess it correctly from top of mind EmpLemon knowledge? Is it YouTube Geographic?
well, I can't say for sure right
Is
now,
it
but
Never Ever?
I can't say for sure. I can't
It's
divulge the
Frying
details.
Dory.
It's not that.
Oh, that's the one that he will confirm is
100%.
wrong.
Would you say it if he got it right? If Mumkey had 21 questions to guess the exact video, would you allow that, or would you still not say it?
I mean, I don't want to spoil the surprise, just like with the
Okay.
Taco Bell story. It's all about keeping it close to the heart.
But you didn't tell the Taco Bell story.
He's
while I
going
was
to
taking
save it
piss?
for when we're all in person. When
They
we
have to
fly
come
down.
here. I need a circle of my community, and because it's almost going to be like an intervention.
We're all
you
going to
know?
do ayahuasca and take DMT and put lasers on the wall and listen
Yeah.
to our trip sitter
I'm down.
talk for
Wait,
4
what's
hours
Trip
about
sitter? No. Everybody is either sober or high. There's no mix. I don't want any sober parties ruining my DMT trip.
Yeah, so Rusty, it's time to put the IPAs away. You've had enough. It's time to sober up because you need to be fully
That was his answer to
sound
that?
of mind.
Oh
when you
wait, so
hear
all right. So
this,
that's the thing. We all have
full
to be
brunt of the
completely
story.
sober
Yeah.
for the hour long.
What if instead of a trip babysitter, what if we just watched Rick and Morty? Oh man, that'd be funny.
Uh,
What do you think about those new voices? Bad?
That sounds just like him.
I think it's good enough to not be distracting, but the hype on Rick and Morty has really sailed where
Yeah, the show's gay.
it's kind of like
You guys are
just not
smiling
even
friends now.
worth talking about. Yeah, the Smiling Friends has had a very strong first couple seasons, and
Yeah.
I'm just hoping. I actually want to make a Downward Diary video where I'm hoping it doesn't get ruined by like stupid pseudo intellectual Reddit type people who want the show as like a vehicle for them to act smarter, which is kind of what happened to Rick and Morty.
Around
So-
season 3.
Yeah, right at the same time,
Mhm.
the turn of season 2 to 3. That's where it all went wrong. I played this game before.
Will Smiling Friends
no.
have a Szechuan sauce moment?
I don't know. Rick and Morty had like no branding, and then all of a sudden every company wanted an ad with Rick and Morty. I think they did the Szechuan sauce on their own, but then they made it a real thing.
Mhm.
Are you still talking to Chairman Marr?
No.
Is he even online? We should get him on our show. He's
So-
a hot commodity now.
There is a guy I
Fuck, is
follow.
Chairman Morgan?
You guys remember there's like July 13 when Trump got shot in the ear, there was a guy who was falsely accused on Twitter because he looked just like him and they were using his image and stuff. I still follow that guy. And now he's like working at Walmart and he keeps posting pictures of himself shitting on his break in his uniform at Walmart, like
Get
with his
him on.
pants down. I want to, but his DMs are not open. So like if I
Oh,
contact
man.
him, everybody
Oh,
will
shit.
see me replying to him like, hey, can I message you? So I didn't really want to do that, but if he had an email, I would.
Do it through a like a proxy account.
That's a lot of work. I can
'Cause
just,
I'm
I'll
trying to
send you
get-
a link to his profile and you can invite him on.
Yeah, I'll tell you something after this. I'm trying to get some people on that I think would be funny, but I don't want to. I don't know if I'll be able to get them on, but if I do, I don't want to put the names out there. Someone will
John
get to it
Hinckley.
first. Well, that would be
Oh,
fucking awesome.
we got to get him on.
We
You're trying
have
to
his
go to
email.
you're trying to go to his music shop, right?
Oh,
in Langley,
yeah.
Virginia,
Yeah,
home
yeah.
of the CIA. No, definitely no coincidence there.
If I'm going up to visit, yeah, I'm gonna go and visit his music shop. John Hinckley, it's you finally. I'm a
Now,
huge
John,
fan.
now, Mr.
I have
John
all your
Hinckley,
opinions.
you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Will you
And
follow
shoot
through?
him.
No, just shoot the president again.
Oh.
Allegedly,
Rusty
in Minecraft,
shoots John
in
Hinckley
GTA,
for revenge.
on emulator.
I'll dress up
On
like a 13-year-old Jodie Foster and see if I can seduce him.
No, but you had your twink death, so that can't possibly happen anymore.
Well, I'll just dress up like normal Jodie Foster then.
Uh-oh.
The
All of a sudden,
lesbian.
Drake Bell walks in. Oh, I can't tell if that woman, how old that person is. Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
I now have to make a documentary about
yeah.
how innocent I am.
Good thing I paid the bouncer to let that kid in. Me and Eggy have some Wingstop to eat, so we need to get out of here.
Wait. Or no, explain it to me because I'm hungry. What wings from Wingstop? Explain the split. And I know you did a 3 split. I hope you did.
No.
How many wings?
So here's what it is right now. So it's the boneless meal deal. It's 20
Flats?
boneless wings. No, this is the cheap stuff. I mean, I'm getting money, but I still got bills to pay. Okay. Boneless meal deal. 10 hot honey rub, 10 Louisiana rub, large Louisiana voodoo fries, 2 ranch. But there's a special deal going on right now. 5 free wings with any wing purchase. So I'm adding on 5 bone-in lemon pepper. And after tax, it's $20.64. And I'm gonna go pick
You're
it up.
adding, so you're already getting lemon pepper, and you're adding in more lemon pepper. No atomics.
No, there was no lemon pepper in the boneless order.
Listen, I'm sorry, dry rub. I thought that's what you said. Louisiana dry rub. Sorry.
Hot honey rub and Louisiana rub because I googled what's the #1 flavors and
what's the spice factor on the hot honey rub? Is that a 4?
I think they're both 3 out of 5.
Okay.
You know, I think it'd be just great if they added some plant-based options so that everyone can get involved on the Wingstop.
Well, they have carrots and celery and shit.
Yeah, you can dip it in the sauce.
So vegan.
They have like the roasted corn or whatever. We could get that for a side, but I know that Mumkey likes the Louisiana voodoo fries, so that's what I selected for my side.
They do fuck them up with crazy sauce.
So that's definitely a Mumkey meal. Now you guys are you're all in Illinois.
Close enough,
Iowa.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Something like that.
Iowa. So your Wingstops in Iowa are probably a little bit cleaner than the Wingstops in Florida.
I'd say
it's coated with like diatrazine from all the corn processing, you know.
Yeah.
Rusty, I'll be honest with you. Iowa is 90% white people, and when you go to Wingstop, every employee is black. It's like every black person in the state works at the Wingstop because I don't see them anywhere else.
Funny when I went to Japan twice, but like every time I go there, if you go to a Burger King or a McDonald's, it's all fucking ghetto Atlanta black people that work there. Makes no sense.
In Japan?
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
It doesn't matter where you go.
Shut up.
Go to the Wingstop in Shinjuku or Shinjuku, whatever the fuck it is. All right.
Yeah, the black people walk by the suicide forest on the way to work.
Hell no, they don't.
They're scared of the ghosts. Yeah, we're 2 hours into this trash rat, so let's get the hell out of here.
What are we gonna do? So when you guys visit, we're doing a Wingstop. We're doing a full wing display. We're getting your Wingstop, wings.
And then I'll tell my 1 hour long Taco Bell story, The Revenge of Taco Bell Part 2.
And we're gonna do DMT laser test, ayahuasca. You guys are gonna make some songs about black people. I think we have a good vacation planned.
Yes.
Sounds good. I'm ready for it. Choose a day and I'll be there.
I have my Amex Sky Miles card, so maybe I could even get upgraded to first class for free. Possibly, probably not.
Fucking God.
Your gambling winnings. And Rusty can dip further into the Simon Whistler ad revenue fund to
by the time
fly you out first class.
If I'm making like $2,000 a month off this gambling stuff, if this still goes for like another month, I put you onto it, you get an extra $2,000 30 days from now by doing it. So there you go.
Yeah, so you should invest in our plane tickets right now. It's worth it.
I'm waiting for that $5,000 check, and then I'm buying the oysters now. I'm gonna have them in the fridge, and
you can leave that part out. I'm glad that Wingstop is making the wings too, and we're not leaving it up to you.
Dude, fucking turn off the stream. Just end this. Why are you allowing me to say more things?
When's the last time you had black char wings? Last night?
Not too long ago. In fact, when I order them from Wingstop,
what? You make them burn them?
Yeah, no. I try to, but they don't do it. They don't know what well done means. So I set my oven and
can you burn my
them.
food?
I cook them longer.
So you should probably get a prostate exam because that type of stuff increases your risk factor for colorectal cancer. You're not supposed to eat the burnt char. Like the material is very abrasive for your colon.
That's his favorite flavor.
I know. So maybe,
better than undercooking the wings.
Are not supposed to
cut my head off. Yeah,
aren't supposed to eat coal. Just not good for you.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, where's the fun? Goodbye.